Hi there, and welcome to the first ever edition of Random Access, a bite-sized production brought to you by your friends at Experts Exchange. I'm your host, pop culture writer Ned Dimmock. Random Access hopes to bring you the best and brightest news stories in the world of tech, and to get a few jokes in there along the way. So, with that introduction already spoken into the camera, let's begin. Our top stories this week. Norwegian company Opera is releasing a version of their Opera browser called Opera Air, which not only puts the word opera 3 times into one sentence, but also aims to improve the user's mental health while browsing the internet. This includes mental health break reminders, breathing exercises, and relaxing soundscapes. It also features a free VPN and a built-in ad blocker, which is fantastic. It means you can listen to whale sounds while seeing just how far your Nvidia stock has fallen, which is a long way, because AI is very overvalued. Don't let me tell you that, let a computer tell you it. Meta, the Mark Zuckerberg-owned company and the general reason your boomer parents are completely different people now, is saying that 2025 is the year that makes or breaks the metaverse. Hopefully breaks. In an internal blog post first cited by Business Insider, Meta CTO Andrew Bosworth, that's cute, that'll stick around, states that 2025 is the make or break year for Mark Zuckerberg's IRL Sims ripoff, the metaverse, saying that this year likely determines whether this entire effort will go down as the work of visionaries or a legendary misadventure. Legendary Misadventures is actually my LinkedIn bio. Meta's Reality Labs division, of which the metaverse is a huge part of, don't forget they renamed the entire company Meta because of this, has lost $60 billion since 2020, which would firmly place Mark's metaverse, aka Second Life for venture capitalists, into the legendary misadventure category. It's interesting. I lose $40 by betting on the Lakers and my wife calls me an idiot. Mark Zuckerberg loses $60 billion betting on an ayahuasca-fueled version of Microsoft Comic Chat and gets called a visionary. Really, does anyone remember Microsoft Comic Chat? It was fucking awesome. You could get a tiki guy and a beatnik guy and they'd talk to each other and be like, hey, how you doing? It was a magic time. In PDF news, and this is for all you PDF heads out there, it appears that the popular file format is experiencing a worldwide cyber crisis, which is like a midlife crisis, but with zeros and ones instead of buying a Tesla and having an affair with your son's kindergarten teacher. Researchers from Zimperium's Z-Labs, which I really hope I pronounced correctly but probably didn't, shows that users in over 50 countries are finding malicious links within once trustworthy PDFs. In America, the most popular thread has been someone impersonating the USPS or the United States Postal Service, if you're not into that whole brevity thing. That's a Big Lebowski movie reference. The most interesting aspect of this is that people are being sent these PDFs through text messages, which mostly bypasses any security measures that an email service might usually provide. Users are far more likely to open PDFs on their phones out of sheer habit. So this is your warning. Don't go clicking things, man. Just don't go clicking. I'm a well-respected person. 2 of the world's biggest cybercrime forums, Cracked and Nulled, were busted by Europol cops, and footage of the incident was put on the Europol YouTube channel. This is big news for cybercriminals, but it's even bigger news for fans of the show Gilmore Girls. That's because Lucas Sohn, the 29-year-old Argentine who is the only named suspect in the case so far, had a prominently displayed Gilmore Girls poster in his apartment, as well as several anime figures. Which is funny, because anime. In food news, I'm hungry. Also in food news, the Chicago-based company Grubhub suffered a major data breach that put hundreds, if not thousands, of user account data points at risk. Grubhub states that a third-party service provider, oh, those pesky third-party service providers, they will never learn, was able to access names, email addresses, phone numbers, and partial payment details of users in Grubhub's campus dining service, which is in place at about 350 colleges nationwide. The details of the breach haven't been made fully public, although Grubhub has stated that social security data and complete financial data like full credit card numbers have not been breached. Still, the information that was exposed could allow for a plucky young go-getter in the hacking community to potentially spearfish for a bigger, better financial win. I'm not trying to give anyone ideas, I'm just saying it could happen. Don't do me, do somebody else. I have no money. And finally, here's a good AI story. UK cell phone service provider O2 released an AI bot that does nothing more than waste scammers' time. It does this by pretending it's an old lady named Daisy, and Daisy likes to engage with scammers by doing classic old lady things like talk about scones, telling long-winded stories, and generally doing the thing that old people do whenever they're on the phone with a young person, which has become completely confused by modern technology. Let's have a listen.
Your computer is on right now?
No, I think it's off at the moment, but I'll get it turned on in just a moment.
Can you please tell me first? Actually, I'm talking about your private computer, not a company computer.
Oh, I see. You're talking about my little old computer at home. Well, it's just my personal one, you know. I use it mostly for looking up knitting patterns and, the occasional recipe for scones.
This all works to the benefit of the end user. Since Daisy was trained on actual scammer data and tricks, she knows exactly what to say to waste the most amount of time possible. And scammers who have interacted with Daisy often just give up and potentially rethink their life choices. See, not all AI is bad, it's just the ones with Sam Altman and Elon Musk in charge. Well, that's all the news they'll let me read. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, really. My kid's life depends on it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week. Adios. Hello, what's that? Success? Sure, I'll answer. You gotta answer the call when success calls.